Rationality appears to be a central point in Weber's sociology. Rationality simply means giving logical reasoning for a particular action or particular happening or particular reality. So actions of the individuals are based on rationality. Now these rationality, as I said earlier, is simply providing the reasons. So reasons might come from anywhere. So reasons in the means and ends, reasons with respect to the values, reasons with respect to traditions, reasons with respect to, let's say, charismatic kind of authority, reasons might with respect to the, let's say, legal kind of framework which is followed in the bureaucratic organization. So patterns of action, as we see in the organizations, in the institutions, are all based on reasons. If we look at the bureaucracy, the hierarchical arrangement of the, let's say, positions is based on reason. Different qualifications are also different qualifications needed for the incumbents of various positions is also based on reason. So reason or rationality becomes some kind of commodity, some kind of object, which is part and parcel of the whole of the system, which might be authority system or any system which is found in the society. So he talks about types of rationality. So there are different types. The first one is the practical rationality. Practical rationality, worldly activity based on reasoning, pragmatism. That this is considered to be, let's say, economical. This is considered to be more convenience. That's pragmatism. So calculate the most expedient way of dealing with the situation. So might be expensive, but this is the most, let's say, pragmatic way of doing it. So maybe take a longer route, but this is a safer route. That's why we have that kind of approach. That's based on pragmatism. Then theoretical rationality. So that is based on the knowledge, may be considered as a cognitive effort to master the reality through abstract kind of concepts. It might be based on deduction, based on induction. So this is a logical kind of understanding of the reality based on knowledge, and in that knowledge there are two ways. One is deductive approach, the other is inductive approach, and this is where we use either of the two or both of them in combination to look into the reality of the existence in this universe or around us, maybe the cosmos around us, or maybe the world around us. The third one is substantive rationality. It orders action into patterns through clusters of values. So that is the choice of means to ends within the context of system of values. So this is desirable. These are the ideals. These are people might be having emotional kind of attachment with them. So that is where we see that the ideals become subordinate to practical dictates of formal rationality. So we see that the domination of means over ends, it's not based on the formal kind of reality, formal kind of rationality, or legal kind of rationality. This is might be away from the ideals of nation, ideals of, let's say, in the religious kind of perspective. And the fourth one is formal rationality. So this is based on legal kind of things. We see the means and ends calculation. It occurs with respect to the universally applicable rules and regulations. The laws could be made, rules could be made, regulations could be made, and this is more pervasive in an industrial kind of society. So rationality of capitalism is there. We see that within that capitalistic system, we have a bureaucratic system, which is a typical example of formal, let's say, rationality. So bureaucratic administration is part and parcel of this formal rationality. So these laws are objectified, and these are external to the individual. So that's what I said earlier, that compassions might not be there. We have to decide or take action. We have to calculate the action on the basis of the requirements of the rules and regulations in the system. So this is what this formal bureaucracy is, a typical example of this formal rationality.